What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about Blackout 2.0 and what the future may hold for Black Ops 7. Definitely stay tuned. Now, I do want to thank every single person watching right now who may have tuned into today's episode of the Bombshell Podcast. There was quite a bit to get through. It was a real fun discussion. In case you guys missed it, it'll be linked down below in this video's description and is, of course, available on every major audio platform. But I do want to start this video by talking about the quick history of Call of Duty Battle Royale, because as you guys may be aware of, or maybe you aren't because you just joined Call of Duty recently, the first Call of Duty Battle Royale was actually Blackout back during BO4. Because of all the wild success of Fortnite, Black Ops 4 introduced a Battle Royale that sadly wasn't free to play, nor did it offer cross-play support. Now, Treyarch fully led this project, maybe at the expense of the original campaign that was planned for BO4, which is actually a prequel to Black Ops 3, and it may have also impacted some extra support for multiplayer and zombies, but that's kind of besides the point. The aura and replayability behind Blackout to me was fairly unmatched. I think to this day, we're still waiting to see similar type of content updates and features that Blackout once offered that Warzone still doesn't. We're talking the ability to unlock various operators for free by doing difficult character missions. We're talking Easter eggs you could do in certain points of interest, and of course all of the crazy zombie crossovers that I think made Blackout all that more memorable. But multiple things can also be true at once, right? I think Blackout got better map updates, at least for the first half of BO4's life cycle, whereas I think the gunplay has just always been better in Warzone because of the superior engine. Now, like I already mentioned, I think Blackout was held back by a number of factors to the point where you really didn't have an active player base on Xbox or PC after the initial cycle of Black Ops 4, and that was problematic, on top of what was obvious, which is that halfway through Black Ops 4's life cycle, instead of putting in more life and support into the game's post-launch updates, Treyarch had to really step away and start working on COD 2020, which ended up being Cold War, which I think showed quite a bit with some of the later updates Black Ops 4 got. Although that was still a game that was under the Season Pass model, or what they called the Black Ops Pass, you could tell the content wasn't as strong during the second half of the cycle compared to the first. And on top of that, Black Ops 4 was initially announced as a multi-year game, which Blundell himself confirmed even for zombies, so I wonder if that would have also impacted Blackout at some point. But then moving forward a little bit, we obviously had Modern Warfare 19, which introduced Warzone, and it was also confirmed by lots of insiders and even some game devs that initially Warzone was just planned as the Modern Warfare Battle Royale, not necessarily the Call of Duty Battle Royale that would get multiple years of support and several games integrated within it. So over the years, Warzone was kind of held together by tape to integrate MW19, Cold War, and Vanguard, which led to a number of different issues across all of those titles. Now, it's pretty obvious that at one point in time, Treyarch was working on a sequel to Blackout, which unfortunately never saw the light of day, but the points of interest from this big Euro Mountains experience were then used for both Fireteam and multiplayer, and even Outbreak. Now, funny enough, there was an LTM within Fireteam called Elimination, which was essentially some type of resurgence mode on those Fireteam POIs. So that was the closest to a Blackout 2.0 that we were going to see on the Cold War engine.
Enemy cruise missile launch detected.
Is there a guy here? Oh, can I blow him up? Oh, don't shoot me. Yes! Oh my god! Oh! Already dropping clips, dude. Bro, oh my, if that's not play of the game, chat? If that's not play of the game. So now we can fast forward a little bit. We're now under the COD HQ umbrella, under the same unified engine for all dev studios, but Warzone is seemingly going to be the Call of Duty Battle Royale for the time being. I think it's crazy to think about how Treyarch hasn't worked on a Battle Royale themselves since Blackout, but I guess the closest to development on a BR has been their work on Area 99. This was the Season 1 Resurgence map they released for Black Ops 6 Warzone, and the map after just 2 seasons already got vaulted, whether it's because of community reception, whether it's because the higher-ups behind the scenes were like, hey, just keep a classic Warzone 1 experience right now for Verdansk and Rebirth. That reasoning is of course unknown, but what do you think Treyarch's going to be doing next as far as another Warzone map or potentially a sequel to Blackout? Let's break that down. So during the Black Ops 7 reveal trailer, we got to see a snippet of Avalon, and right away, tons of folks out there were like, okay, that's for sure Warzone, right? That was the rumored Black Ops 6 Warzone map that never came out, probably in favor of re-releasing Verdansk to celebrate the 5-year Warzone anniversary, so this has to be the new Warzone, right? Well, rumors over the last couple of months have confirmed that we're going to be seeing Avalon as a co-op campaign open world experience. While a co-op campaign campaign was already confirmed for Black Ops 7, and while it was also mentioned that Raven's going to be working on it, it wasn't explicitly said yet that Avalon is going to be the space we're going to be playing on, but I think we can all put 2 and 2 together based on all of the recent rumors and leaks. We're going to be seeing Avalon in the campaign and likely not Warzone. Now, right when Black Ops 6 came out and we all discovered Avalon for the first time, I'm sure many of you probably did the spectating method to free roam the entire map. We all came together and agreed that, yeah, it kind of does look like a Blackout 2.0 or what could be a full-fledged Treyarch Battle Royale map. It just has that look to it. There's plenty of remastered spaces in the map, which isn't something we've really seen with too many Warzone maps either. The crazy thing about this, though, is that a tweet actually went viral, not just on Twitter, but was even screenshotted and posted on Facebook and other social media platforms where the post continued to do numbers, and it says, and I quote, "Blackout 2 will arrive in Season 2 of Black Ops 7 and will be played on Avalon through next-gen consoles and PC only. The current version of Warzone, Verdansk and Rebirth, will exist with a BR Casual Solos game mode and BR Casual Quads game mode. Warzone will be officially sunsetted." Now, if it wasn't for that second half of the tweet, this could be a little bit more believable, I'm not gonna lie. And the funny thing is, a couple of days ago, I put out my own tweet saying, hey, how has this not been community noted yet, considering that it's just blatant misinformation? And some folks had replied to me saying that people had attempted to community note it, but there weren't enough ratings to support it, so the community note wasn't posted. I think since then, about a few days after I made my tweet, the community note has officially been published on this tweet, confirming that, again, this is pure speculation and has not been confirmed whatsoever. Now, do I believe we're going to end up seeing more casual game modes added to Warzone that feature AI bots? Yes. Fortnite has done it. I think we're only seeing the beginning of that right now for the current Warzone experience. And while not going off on a tangent on that, I still do think it would be beneficial, at least in my opinion, to really put Warzone down for a bit, at least until MW4. So just 1 year, and let Blackout come out and thrive again. Is that likely? Absolutely not. I don't think Warzone is ever going anywhere, but I would love the idea of seeing a Treyarch-led Battle Royale with at least a map or two that can keep people going on something different, hopefully with a better and probably renamed anti-cheat, because I think people could use some time away from Warzone for a while. But I really do feel bad for a ton of people out there that have now created the expectation that Blackout is coming back and that Warzone's going away, because I can already predict whenever they officially reveal the Black Ops 7 Warzone update, there will be a good flood of comments saying, wait, wasn't Blackout 2 confirmed? I thought Warzone was sunsetting. What's going on here? They lied to us. I can guarantee we're going to be seeing comments like that in the coming months, which is of course frustrating and of course fuels the anger even more within the Call of Duty community. Now, what happens to Warzone, though? That's the big question right now, because I think it's highly unlikely we get a brand new Battle Royale map later this fall that either replaces or sits alongside Verdansk. Other rumors suggest that because of last-gen console support, they for some reason can't rotate big BR maps back-to-back. So we would have to wait until the PS4 and Xbox One get cut off with MW4 to probably see multiple Battle Royale maps live in a rotation. I mean, they could pull it off with Resurgence maps, but for some reason can't do it with BR maps. Whatever. So what I'm betting is that we'll likely get a new Resurgence map later this fall that is tied to Black Ops 7, and I'm assuming we'll sit alongside Rebirth and maybe one other Resurgence map, whether it's Fortune's Keep or even Area 99. But I just can't imagine having to play Verdansk for a full year and a half. I mean, keep the map in. I'm not saying to vault it, but not getting a brand new BR map for Warzone, at least in my opinion, doesn't really help fans feel like we're in a new era of Warzone every year, even though I also don't believe we need to see a big reset with the way Warzone gameplay works. I think it's good to at least get a nice, shiny new BR map that's completely different from the previous one, and I don't think a Resurgence map really cuts it. Those Resurgence maps, like Area 99, feel like better updates for later in a cycle, like Season 2 or 3. And something I won't go into too much, because I talked about this in a previous video, is whether MW4 will be a big reset again, where you lose access to all your current skins and operators and blueprints, and would have to start fresh with just one COD being integrated to the new iteration of Warzone that will likely release with Infinity Ward's next game. But it's actually wild to put things in perspective and really look back at Blackout, and the fact that there wasn't any crossplay, nor was it free to play, meant that there were significantly less hackers, if any at all, throughout the entire duration of Blackout's life cycle. Not saying we should go back to having no crossplay or making people pay for a Battle Royale. I don't think that's the way to go, but obviously being able to turn off crossplay on all platforms and while having a stronger anti-cheat is the way to go, but of course that's easier said than done. I I think they would have probably implemented some better security measures by now if it was that simple. Now, unless Battle Royale really fizzles out of popularity and relevancy in the next few years, then I would hope to see Treyarch tackle an iteration of Blackout at least one more time. Whether it's a map within Warzone that has tons of Easter eggs and objectives and more to do apart from just farm kills and win, I would love to see them tackle that again on the current engine with the great shared technology that they're able to take advantage of now, which of course would be leagues ahead of what Blackout offered many years back. But something that's been on a lot of our minds for a while, especially if you're a Zombies fan, is that we haven't really been able to see the true power of a Treyarch Warzone update because none of the Warzone maps have really been made for Black Ops games. We had Verdansk 84 during Cold War, we have Verdansk again right now for BO6, I mean we started with Urzikstan, and we're likely not getting another BR map for BO7, so if you're a Zombies fan especially, I'm sure you'd come to expect crazy cool crossovers with the Undead, with the Ether Story, with wonder weapons, mystery boxes, things we saw in Blackouts, and also just as a base Black Ops fan, you would also hope to see some trippy numbers-like quests that I think Treyarch could do really well if they were at the helm of Warzone or a Blackout 2. Now, I don't know how you guys feel, but I was addicted to playing and covering Blackout back during BO4. It was just something different to go ahead and break down, and I feel like nowadays with Warzone, there are some good Easter eggs we can crack and solve here and there, whether it's the bunkers, whether it's secret subways, secret vaults and rooms, yet we aren't being rewarded with anything, so it's almost like Warzone is just about getting there with offering more to do within each match. They just haven't been getting the rewards down right like we saw with Blackout and even the MW3 Warzone era, where there was plenty to unlock in Rebirth and Fortune's Keep. I was also looking forward to seeing what Easter eggs may have been available on Area 99, and there was one that went unsolved for a while, but I was looking forward to a new space to grind some Resurgence in, and hopefully Area 99 comes back, or another new Resurgence map tied to BO7, because like many folks out there, I'm pretty tired of Rebirth. I mean, we played the same layout, not just in Zombies through Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead, but even Alcatraz Portal Quads, which was over in Blackout. So all in all, we're going to be seeing a Warzone integration yet again with Black Ops 7. It's unclear to what extent though. Are we really going to have 4 Call of Duties integrated with one iteration of Warzone, or will some things be vaulted? And it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing a new iteration of Blackout on the Avalon map. That space is going to be used for either just co-op campaign or both co-op campaign and possibly an Outbreak Zombies mode. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the big rumors circulating regarding a Blackout 2.0? Did you guys fall for the tweets upon initially seeing it? And leave all your thoughts on the Blackout versus Warzone comparison down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.